What if I told you that you can have your own app without writing a single line of code? You can do all of that using Lovable. Lovable AI allows you to build a fully functional app. It will write all of the code, all of the databases, it will host it for you, it will do everything. All you need is some imagination and a clear way to tell AI on what you're trying to achieve. In this video, I will walk you through Lovable setup, like how Lovable works, what's in this app, what is the user interface, what is the user experience like, what are the cool little features and cool know-hows that will help you to speed up the process. And we will develop a quick little app using Lovable, and I will show you some examples of real apps that I've built for my internal and external use, some of the apps that I give to our students in our Vibe Coding Incubator and so on. My name is Bunin. I'm co-founder of Pareto Talent and of Architects and of VC Incubator, which is Vibe Coding Incubator, the newest Vibe Coding community that we just launched, and you get access to that for free in the description of this video. And I've been using Lovable for a little bit over a year at this point, so whenever they just launched. And we are using Lovable for a lot of different things within both Pareto Talent and Architects, as we are building apps for other people as well. And I find Lovable as one of the best platforms for beginners, as it has everything included. It's super easy and super straightforward. So let's dive right into that without further ado. So here's how Lovable looks like whenever you're logged in. It's pretty straightforward. You just jump in and you can start providing your prompts right away. Lovable has pretty competitive pricing. So if you go to the pricing in here, you can see that you can start for free and it gives you 5 daily credits, right? So with 5 daily credits, you can do enough, but not a lot, if that makes sense. So you won't be able to build a full app with five credits. You will be able to start, you will be able to see the initial results. So if you're anywhere serious, then $25 per month plan will be sufficient enough for you. And I'm using, I believe, this pro version, but I believe I have 400 credits. So I pay in $100 per month in here, I believe. So let's check. Here we go. So yeah, I have right now 700 credits and some of them rolled over. So I'm using Lovable a lot. This is why one of my most favorite tools right now in all of this AI boom, right? So here are some of the examples of what you can build with Lovable, right? You can build landing pages, you can build apps that will be full SaaS. You can build here landing pages to promote your quick little offers. Let me show you some more complex. So here's a good example of a landing page built with Lovable as well. All of these are quizzes that I've done for people within the Alex Hormozy community under the ACQ, under his school group. All of them were completed for free for all of them. I have a couple of my own apps in Lovable that I'm using in my daily basis. So a ton of things. So let me just show you here. So here, this is a landing page that we are using. It's already published under the vcinc.ai. So this is our Vibe Coding Incubator that we just launched. It's completely free, so you can join there. We're doing live sessions in there. We're doing a lot of cool stuff in there. So if I open this up, 1 second. So we are doing live sessions in here. We have a lot of posts and engagement, and a supportive Kayla Love is one of the only ambassadors of Lovable. And overall, it's more than 600 members at this point. So if you want to join that, it's vcinc.ai. And that whole landing page, so all of the content in here, everything was developed with just Lovable. Here's another example, is an app that I'm using for myself called Cascade. That app allows me to repurpose YouTube videos just by providing URLs in here. It will automatically extract the transcript, and then based on this transcript, it will create you a post for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for blog posts, for X, and it will also write you a YouTube description and do all of that instantaneously, allowing me to basically repurpose the content on multiple platforms. And the alternatives of this app were $20 a month just to have access to something that I can build in Lovable in 10 prompts probably. So super cool tool overall. I want to show you how that part looks like. I'm not sure which video I pasted. I could have pasted a video that is 1 hour long. So yeah, just sorry, we'll wait. Oh, here we go. So as you can see, it generates you ready to go posts that you can edit, you can customize them, you can just copy them and move forward with them and so on. And all of the prompts, I wanted them to be customized for me. So that's the power of Lovable, is that you can build your own app for your own usage, right? So in here, if I go to the settings, you can see that I can customize the brand voice, and then I can customize the prompt for each particular creative in here, right? And right now I've added Paygate for this app. So it's already live under Cascade.app. And in here, you can start with a free trial, or after that, it's $7 a month, basically. And you can connect Lovable to Stripe, allowing you to basically build your own SaaS, start charging people for that stuff. Another example here, quick little landing page that we used on High Level Summit 2025. We just needed something that will present our quick offer, so Lovable went ahead and built this whole page. And this page was built in literally 5 prompts. So prompt number 1, prompt number 2, prompt number 3, 4, 5, and then a couple of fixes, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 prompts, and you got yourself a full blown landing page ready to go. So it's already live under hls.architects.com, right? And last example of like a landing page that I like a lot. I spent a lot of time on that one, so that one took some time, but I think it turned out great. So the landing page for the tech stack. So all of that landing page, all of the content of this landing page was generated with Lovable. And that just looks beautiful. All of the animations, all of the things within this landing page I like a lot, right? And the last thing that I wanted to show you is our internal matching app. So in Part to Talent, our main business is matching executive assistants with entrepreneurs who need help. All of our EAs are being trained. And the big part of our day-to-day was to match right executive assistants with right entrepreneur. So in order to fix that, we went ahead and built our own app where we can have all of the informations about all of our executive assistants, all of the entrepreneurs that we need to match, and have something like that, where it again allows us to open up like client links, allows us to present our executive assistants, allows us to utilize AI to match them properly, allows us to embed like Loom videos and do a lot of cool stuff in here. And all of that is fully custom, so it doesn't exist. No one else has this because I built that. Now, how to start with Lovable? Whenever you just open this up, it can be intimidating. Like, what do I write in here? There is a lot of documentation from Lovable itself on how to write it. So if you go to Lovable Prompting 101, they have full information on how they recommend you to approach this, right? So what I've done is that based on all of this information and a lot of more other information. Okay, so what I've done based on all of that information, I went ahead and built my own custom GPT that allows me to create apps using Lovable. So in here, you can literally just start with like what you're trying to build, and this builder will guide you through the process and outline it. So it fed with all of the high-level best practices, as well as all of the user interface, user experience best practices, allowing me to create amazing prompts from the very beginning. And you will get access to all of that for free. I will just add the link below, and you'll be able to open that and utilize the same thing. So in here, let's say I want to build a task tracker for a team, right? I will just approach this tool and tell it that I'm looking to build a task manager for a small team of 5, allowing team to create tasks, add them to different lists, and share tasks with each other, and then collaborate on these tasks. So I will just say that, right? The tool is trained to ask the right questions, allowing me to dive deeper, and it uses the framework that I've developed called Vibe, which is vision, instruction, build, and enable, allowing us to define the whole process, right? As you can see, then for each phase, it will go ahead and ask you the right question. So what is the main goal of the app? What is the core pain? Who's the primary user? What's the main outcome? What's the one must-have feature? Any future features that you might want to add? Then it defines like what is the brand and experience, so how the app should feel like, and so on. So you just go through and answer this. The way I like to do it is just dictate. So I will start dictation. Okay, so the phase 1, question 1, the main goal of our app is to be able to manage tasks and be able to collaborate with teams to improve the productivity and make it pretty simple. So I don't want all of these complicated apps like ClickUp or Monday.com, which have bazillion of different features. I want just a simple task manager allowing the team to track the tasks and collaborate on them. Question 2, so the core pain point right now is being able to see all of the tasks in one place without all of the clutter, and being able to assign tasks properly to each other. So it's simplified, because again, tools like ClickUp, they have way too much options and way too confusing. Primary user is small businesses which have like 10 users maximum, and they just want all of these users to be able to efficiently collaborate. The main outcome for each user to achieve will be To add the tasks will be to track the tasks, assign the tasks to each other, and ensure that the tasks get completed before the deadline. The must-have feature is the real-time updates and the ability to collaborate, so ability to comment on the tasks. In the future, we might want to have some analytic dashboard showing how many tasks were generated, but I want to keep it very clean for now. Okay, so that's like the phase one. After that, phase two, as you can see, focus on the like how you want the app to be styled. So let's go through that real quick. So the app should be clean, minimal. It should be using light backgrounds and be very approachable, I would say. So it will be very easy to work within the app. The brand colors, I would like to use a blue color and a green color for buttons or for some accent elements. The tone of the interface should be friendly. The inspiration is more like Notion, so something simple, but even Notion is getting more complicated right now, so I would like it to be very optimized and simple for users. I would like a simple one-screen board. Okay, so that's our phase two, and now let's do the phase three, and we will get our perfect prompt. This app is for internal use only, and will only be used with my team members for now. I want each one of them to be able to get invited by me in the settings, and then be able for them to create their own profiles and manage their own settings. I don't want any notifications or AI for now. We don't need any integrations for now. I don't see ourselves monetizing this app for now. I just want it for internal use. Okay, so that's usually the way that I will approach that. Once you reply to all these questions, just click enter, and AI will go ahead and use all of the best features presented by Lovable and output us the prompt that we'll be able to move forward with. So summary is that you're building a simple real-time, this app should be clean, minimal, friendly, focus on one-screen collaboration, future-ready features. If the summary sounds okay, would you like me to include the basic email notification and team invitation now, or completely open for simplicity? Let's include the basic email certification and team invitation systems, and let's move forward with the master Lovable prompt. Okay, so now it will utilize some of these practices from Lovable that Lovable mentioned and start generating our prompt. So it starts with the context, which is super important for AI. So context is everything, and this is why I love dictation, because dictation allows me to give much more context that I would type otherwise, right? So highly recommend you to do that. After that, it goes with the requirements. So requirements outline each particular feature that I mentioned. So we want to mention these features to AI and mention like what we are trying to build. After that, it analyzes what pages we need. So login sign-up pages, dashboards, and the setting page, right? Then what is the functionality of the app? What is the design guidelines? What is the tone? What is the apply fits law, Hicks law, and all of the best practices of user interface and user experience design, which I implemented in here. Monetization, any nodes, and so on. And what are the next steps, right? So I will copy up until here. I don't need the next steps in here. Open chat mode and type test, team invite flow, and real-time updates. Once verified, polish UI with visual editor. So as you can see, it's like moves forward and tells you what to do actually later on. So I will copy that. I will move to Lovable and just paste this. That's as easy as that. So that's how you generate like really good prompts. There is a lot of other tools allowing you to write prompts. You can also just dictate. I had a lot of success just dictating the app that I'm trying to build, right? As you can see, because of how it's structured, it again outputs very nice prompt in here, right? Outlining what again, how all of that should look. Now all we need to do is just wait. Usually it takes like seconds, if not like minutes, maybe seconds, to generate an app. As you can see, because we are using the authentication dashboards and things like that, all of that needs to be stored in a database. Before that, Lovable used to integrate with Supabase, but right now Lovable made it even simpler, and they just allow you to enable cloud, which is the Lovable's its own platform to like create databases and store all of this information. They probably use Supabase themselves for all of that, but that allows you just with one click to create a database and connect a backend, real backend to your app. So it's not just like a nice front end and cool buttons, but it actually can do things and it actually can perform. Also, Cloud allows you to connect API keys and connect AI to your app. So if you want to have AI-empowered app, so let's say you want all of your tasks to be analyzed by AI, you can just tell that, hey, now I would like to connect AI to my app, and Cloud will do that. Or you can connect your own API key from OpenAI and empower it this way. That's, again, what makes Lovable so strong, is that it does that like instantaneously and has thought about the actual user experience on how the users will create their apps. So you don't have to be technical at all. All I needed to do here is just click allow. That's it. Yeah, so I just open up the button in here. So whenever app is being created in here, Supabase. So yeah, Lovable has direct integration with the Supabase, as you can see in here, allowing you to basically scale within Lovable itself. And then once you need to move out, you will be able to just transfer all of that to your own Supabase instance, right? Let me open this up again. So as you can see in here, it continues to create like teams, task, invitation system, and all of that. It's sought for like another second here, minute 35 in here, 25 seconds. So right now we are like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And now it's configuring all of the Tailwind configurations in here. So configuring the CSS and all of that. And on my top, you can see I'm right now in the preview section. You also have the code section where you will be able to search the files, edit the files yourself. And you have the cloud section. This is where you have your built-in backend, LLMs, all of the other things. So this is where you can transition and quickly open different sections of Lovable. So if you are, again, more advanced, if you want to edit the code yourself, you just go to code and you can find all of the files. And all of the files are written nicely, so you can actually like read through them if you're technical enough and understand what they're connected to, right? Okay, some of the other features, as we are waiting for Lovable to spin off the preview, is that if you click on the top in here, you will be able to open the settings for your project, and it will open the project settings right here. This is where you can customize what is the category of your project. You can hide the Lovable badge. So for that, you need to have like a premium version, right? So include it in Pro. So if I tick on, it will hide the button here. You can rename the project. You can transfer the project or remix it. You can disable analytics. This is something I don't really like, is that Lovable automatically connects analytics, Google Analytics, to your project. So they kind of track how many users you have, and they use it to display to you. So you can have access to all of this, but I wouldn't want to have this by default. Then this is where you will be able to connect domain, which we'll do in a second, and add additional knowledge and extractions in here, right? So you can set up the project specific rules or best practices right in here. Have your like master prompt and so on. You can get more information if you go in here to like custom knowledge, right? And they have like, again, on like how you want to customize how Lovable will be behaving, right? So again, design assets like color palettes, typography, layout rules, and so on, coding conventions like naming conventions and so on, external references. So all of that can be customized and added right here, allowing you to have like project specific knowledge that allows you to work on the app more seamlessly, right? Okay, so as I can see, Lovable finished up with the initial app. My prompt is huge. So my prompt is big with a lot of different functionalities. As you can see, it says that there was an error, like built unsuccessful, which is like not true because like I can open it, right? So what I usually will do is just, again, click on that. It will show you the error. You don't need to understand all of that. You can just click this button, try fix, in here or in here. I will click like regardless, like it doesn't matter. So AI will dive into the error and AI will try to understand what's the error. Now, with our biggish prompt, we can check actually how many credits we used on all of that. So I can go up. 1 second, where was it? Okay, here we go. Yeah. So with this biggish prompt, if I scroll down and click on this like 3 dots, I can see that I only use 3.4 credits and the total time was 5 minutes. So it was 5 minutes in order to generate the first draft of our app, right? So as I can see, okay, expected normal in this stage, database migration and creating need your approval first. So click approve button to appear above in migration status once approve. I think I didn't click something. No, I clicked everything. Let me explain the part. Okay, let's leave it alone for now. Let's try the app. Let's see how it works. So I don't have a user right now, so I need to click sign up and I will create a user.com and then the password in here. Boom, 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 boom. I'll sign up. And the thing is that it lives directly in your cloud, so it doesn't go anywhere. So if I go like to users in here, I will see that here is the user, right? I can add users easily. It's, again, super easy to work with. That's like, I love this cloud update so much. It works amazingly well. Okay, so now here is our app. So I can click add a task, test, task, description, assign to, we don't have any team members, due date, let's do like in 2 days, create task. Okay, cannot find table public task in the schema cache. Okay, so now we need to continue building out the actual process. So right now it doesn't have the functionality for that. So in order to work with that, what I usually prefer to do as a second prompt within Lovable is to try to like click around and see what we again have, don't have. So as I can see, team members, we have the team members tab in here, but I cannot invite them in here, right? Sign out, task flow, team board. So as I can say, it's kind of like a dragon board. So let's go ahead and give all of this feedback to AI. So what I will click chat. And chat will allow your Lovable to dive deeper and understand better the current setup of the project and what you're trying to achieve, and then prepare implementation plan for that. So it will be again more complex and more like full, allowing you to implement a bunch of features together without breaking the app. So let's start with that. You can click this voice icon in here to dictate directly to Lovable. I'm using another third-party app allowing me to dictate in any app, so I'm used to that, but let's use that. I see the first draft and it looks good. Whenever I try to add a task, it returns me an error saying that it could not find the table public.tasks. So I think the setup is not complete. Let's ensure that our app has all of the functionalities that we mentioned in the initial prompt. I want you to analyze what requirements are currently not met from the initial prompt. For example, the team invitation system doesn't work properly because in the settings, I don't see a way for me to invite team members. The task creation doesn't work right now. The ability to assign tasks to teammates doesn't work because it doesn't allow me to invite teammates. And the customization for the personal profile, so name, email, avatar, I don't see the avatar, it's missing in here. I want you to do a full analysis of the app and outline what are the next steps and actions that you need to take in order to implement the full functionality and make it the best task management app for the user's needs. So we will do that. It will now transform that in here. This thing, so best task management for the user's needs, I will remove that because it might confuse AI a little bit. So you can just go ahead and dictate that. I find it again working really well. As you can see, it added all of the filler words. So that's something I don't really like, but let's just move forward with that. So now with the chat enabled, here's what will happen. It will not change anything. It will not just move ahead and start like reshuffling everything, right? It will just let you know what it thinks are the best steps moving forward. And I find it again super useful because AI can give you some ideas that you didn't have, right? And then you can tell it that actually, yeah, go ahead, implement that. Or you will chat to AI, you will tell that, hey, here's what I'm looking to build. And in the chat, it will output you something like completely different, something that you don't want to do. And if you would not use chat, so if you just go like straight to the implementation, it will mess up your app. It will implement things that you didn't want implemented. That's why chat is super useful, especially for bigger fixes. And that's why I like to use chat as a second prompt for AI to analyze what it built, what it was able to build, and what is still pending, and then prepare an action plan on how to tackle all of these other issues, right? So as you can see, what's not working, so critical issues, no database tables, task creation fails, team doesn't work, profile broken. Now, with all that in mind, it will go ahead and start preparing the implementation plan in phases. So here's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, and that's it, right? So now, what I like to do is not just click implement the plan. I like to implement by phases. So that allows you to have a certain control over what is being implemented, what is not being implemented. So now I will detick the chat sync in here, and I will say, let's move forward with the implementation of the phase 1 only. Ensure that the implementation is complete and results without any errors, and that all of the steps within this phase are implemented properly. And now that we've done that, we'll let it go. So now it has the contextual knowledge and the history of what it like offered. So it will go ahead and read what was the phase 1 and start the implementation for all of that. Now we just wait. Okay, so after 45 seconds, it now analyzes all of the tables that needs to be created. So let's click allow. It will go ahead and start implementation for this for these tables. And as you can see, it creates like all of them, which is like super cool. Our last policy is like everything is included in here. This is so cool. So Lovable will again outline everything that you need even without you knowing. So you don't know what tables you need. You don't know what policies you need. We'll go ahead and outline them for you. Then it says that the first phase completed and it has another database to modify. So let's allow that as well. And that took us another 1.1 credit in order to add all of the tables and have AI to create all of that for you, right? Now, while it's doing that, what I want to show you is that Lovable allows you to customize the look for different devices. So in here, for example, on my top, you can see if I click that, that allows me to quickly switch between different pages. So main page, auth page, settings page. It allows me to open this up in a new window. It allows me to refresh that, and it allows me to show preview on different devices. So I can see how my app will look like on mobile, allowing me to customize all of that as well, right? So as I can see, the phase 1 was implemented properly with all of the tables, real-time updates, and so on. So let me quickly refresh. Usually, like, I'm not sure I need to do that, but I just used to refresh the whole page, ensuring that I get the most updated preview. You can also do that just by clicking like icon in here to open this up in a new tab, right? It will open up in here, and as you can see, it will use the preview link of Lovable, allowing your app to be active. So you can already send a link to somebody, right? Let's test the tasks. So test create. Let's see if that works. Infinite resurrection detected in policy for relation. So I will just copy that and go in here, and I will like paste it in here for now. I won't just submit it yet. Let me analyze if there's anything else. Let's check what was the phase 2. Maybe phase 2 was about to fix that. So security improvements, fix role-based access control. Yeah, I think that might fix the issues that we have. Complete missing features. Okay, let's say it. So move forward with the implementation of the phase 2 and phase 3 of your plan and ensure that the task creation works properly. I will just like throw this task here, task sync into there, and see if it will tackle that together. And we move forward with that. What we will need as well is some sort of a landing page, right? So like to present this app, like if it's for internal use, you don't like really have to do that. But if you're building an app that you want to send to some, like this Cascade app, for example, you need some sort of a landing page where you will present all of these features, right? And value proposition and all of that. What I usually like to do, I use the same chat where I went ahead and developed an app. So I will then go ahead and tell it, now generate me a landing page copy that will be 5 sections presenting this app to users. Ensure that the copy is optimized for marketing and conversion rate. And then it will like generate me a landing page copy, and I will paste it in Lovable. You can also use Lovable for the copywriting. It uses the same basically models as like ChatGPT, Sonnet, and so on. So it has access to all of them, and you can get like similar result. What I don't like to have is a messy chat with Lovable. So I feel like it's easier to create a copy elsewhere and just give it to Lovable to create a page versus having Lovable to do all of that, right? So as I can see, this like quick database change, another like half a credit and so on. So right now, like I have like 700 credits. I will probably burn them for a long time. And if you're watching that, I'm attaching a link below where it will give you additional 10 credits if you register with my affiliate link with Lovable, which again will be a win-win. Okay, so as I can see, the phase 2 and phase 3 are done now. Let's check how long it took us total. So boom, 2 credits and 3 minutes approximately. Let's test the task creation. Okay, infinite registration detecting policy for relationship members. Can you please fix that error that I get when I try to create a task? Boom, boom, boom. Let's just try to tackle this issue like directly. As I can see, we have the profile picture thing though. So let's like test that real quick. So I will add the logo in here, avatar updated successfully. Let me go back. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I don't see it displayed in here. I see the issue in infinite recursion in our list policies. Table defined causing the loop. Okay, let's try to fix that error. And you will see a lot of this wipe coding is just fixing errors back and forth. You try to implement something, it breaks, you fix it, it doesn't work, but then with one of the prompts it does work. And now you have like a stable version of the app. And whenever you have a stable version of the app, so you know that at this particular message the app was working fine, what I recommend you to do is click here, bookmark in history. So once you will do that, the cool thing about Lovable is that it allows you to go back and restore. So for example, if I open the history in here, I can see all of the changes that were made, right? I can see all of the different variations of the app. And if I want, I can click here and preview how it looked like at that particular point and see if the app was working properly in there. Or if I click on that, I can also revert back to this particular state of the app when it was working fine, right? So let's check if the tasks work properly. So test, create tasks. Let's see. Input invalid systems, type your ID. Can you fix that issue now? Boom. I think the complication in here is that we have the team members that should have access to our tasks, and that's why it doesn't allow me to add the task right now, because there is like some problem going on. So I think the easier way to approach this app originally would be not to include the team members and start with just a task manager for me, and then add an extra functionality of adding team members, right? So I think the initial prompt was a bit too complicated for Lovable to like spin out initially. We will still get to the same result, so we will just need to tackle a couple more issues, right? So it's nothing critical in here. It needs to add couple more policies, couple more tables, couple more functionalities to the app in order to make it work like completely. So while we need to invest a little bit more time up front, the output should be a little bit better. As I can see, these like little fixes take us like half a credit to tackle, so it's not like we are burning through the credits massively in here by trying to untangle this. Okay, so it says that it created a couple of different queries, as I can see, and then it says that we need to try now, so let's try again. Create, boom, task created successfully. Let's just refresh. I'm not seeing this task. So I think it might needs to be connected to the user interface properly in order to be displayed, right? So it was created but not displayed in here. Let's say just that. Hey, I just created a task. So I populated the task title, click create the task, and it says that the task created successfully, but I don't see these tasks reflected in our team board. I want these tasks to be automatically displayed under that to do to ensure that we can work with this task properly. Can you please analyze the current setup and see what we need to fix in order to make it work properly? Boom, boom. So something like that. And let's give it a little bit more time to fix that issue. And now, as it's fixing that, let me show you how to connect this app to a real domain so we can access that domain, right? So in order to do that, you will go and click publish. And this is where you can add a custom domain, you can add the website information, you can customize the favicon just by clicking it here, you can customize the title of the app, description of the app, and so on. So in order to add domain, click custom domain, and then you can purchase domain right here or click add a new existing domain. It will want to publish it. So before publishing that, I want to ensure that it finishes like that step. So we are not publishing like the intermediary step. Okay, found the issue. Foreign key points to our users, not profile. So yeah, as you can see, it's as it created like multiples of different functionalities, including the team and the users and so on. And the assignment, it's messed up a couple of fields together, right? So now that we created that, let's click publish real quick, publish anyway. Lovable will automatically do a security scan for you. So it will analyze if the tables are secure and properly set up. So if you click on that, it will tell you that all user email addresses are publicly visible to anyone. So that's something we do want to fix, right? And it will allow you to fix it automatically for you. So that's something that a lot of these tools don't do. They don't optimize the app for all of this stuff, right? So in here now I can click add custom domain, add existing, and I can populate a subdomain, a custom domain, whatever I want, right? So I will click continue. I have a domain, let me use that. So tasks.mytechstack.app, and it is subdomain, correct? Continue. Okay, and now to add domain, I can just quickly jump to DNS records for my domain. I use Cloudflare in here, so I can navigate here. And Lovable can automatically detect that it's Cloudflare and do it automatically, but I'm in two different kind of workspaces, so it won't be able to jump between them. So I will click Go Manual Setup, and it will just give me a record, which is tasks, pointing here. So I will copy the IP address. I will copy the IP address in here, and then go back to Cloudflare, go to DNS for my domain. And yeah, as you can see, we got a ton of apps we've done in here. So add record, tasks, and then point into this domain and save. that's pretty much it. That's all you need to do in order to take your app live. So then you just say that, yeah, I connected to the main provider and done, right? Now it will take some time to actually connect and do all of that. Meanwhile, we can check and see if it works now. So create the tasks. Okay. It says that it's like failed to load. Let's like try again. Let's take a look. Okay. So let's tackle that issue. I get the following error now when I add tasks. Boom, boom, boom. Usually what I would do, so if I was building this app for myself, if I would get like these issues in the beginning, I would restart. So usually I would just either copy the same prompt or simplify the prompt a little bit and start a new project, because it's much easier to pivot the app in different direction from the very beginning than trying to fix these errors. You will be able to do that. It will take just like a little bit more time to tackle all of that, to find what is the issue, what is the error in here, and just point out to Lovable. So Lovable will fix all of that. It just needs a little bit of patience in here. But in the end, the results will again pretty much be the same, right? So it's just again a matter of time. So let's add in here. So as I can see, it's still again failed to load the tasks. So if you see an error like that, what you might want to do, you can open the console logs and see if there's any errors in the console logs. And another idea that you might want to do is do the chat option and have chat perform the full analysis. So whenever I create tasks, I get an error saying that it failed to load tasks. I want you to analyze it completely and see what's wrong and how we can fix all of that. Ensure that we implement a definitive fix for this error. Okay, so I would just go with chat and just give it more time and so on. Okay, so after a deeper analysis, it says that it like found what the error was. So again, in here I will just say that implement the plan in order to fix this error of like failing to load the tasks. And we'll see if that will allow us to have this like first initial MVP. Let me then check the settings. Yeah, so as I can see, the team members invitation feature was added properly as well in here. We can try to test this. We might need to connect an API key for resend in order to do that. So right now it says that invitation sent. I will check invitation in a second. But usually in order to like make it work properly, you connect something like resend.com that allows you to create API keys and be able to start sending emails, because Lovable need to have some email server to use. Oh, in here, perfect. So as you can see right now, it fixed the error of not being able to see the tasks. So all of the tasks are being displayed in here now, right? So I can see and like work with these tasks. We might need to fix the preview. We might need to fix being able to drag and drop them and other things. But it took us like 30 minutes to go to this, where we can have an app that allows us to log in, allows us to create tasks, allows us to invite team members. And then if we would spend another like probably like 20, 30 credits, we'll go to a full MVP, we'll have a ready to go app. If you found this useful, subscribe to my channel as I will post in more videos like that. And if you are interested in vibe coding, we have a vibe coding community that is completely free. There is more than 600 members right now. It lives under vcinc.ai and you can join for free today. And if you want to give Lovable a chance, I have my affiliate link for Lovable in the description below. You will get 10 credits for free that will allow you to start your apps and push it much further than with just the 5 free credits that you get per day. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.